guys, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're brand new, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell so you will be notified every single time that I upload. I upload every single week, numerous times a week, every single week. Now also, I do apologize if I seem a little stiff in this video. I just got my first dosage of the vaccine and my arm, my left arm to be exact, has turned to stone. Pretty much. So I can't even move it. It hurts. Well, it's really sore, so I'm kind of just can't really move it, so I'll be doing all of my talking and hand movements with my right hand. But yeah. So today's video is about a very old haunted hotel room. 310 to be exact, in this very old haunted hotel in Oregon. They say that the hotel owners try to keep this very hush-hush, very low-key, so people don't get freaked out, trying to get rid of my accent, freaked out when they visit this hotel. But does it really work? I mean, I feel like today, if you say your hotel is haunted, so many people will be coming in because they want to stay in that haunted room. I think saying that your hotel is haunted, I mean, it better be haunted, you better not be just saying that. But if you really embrace the ghosts, the spirits, you have a whole new stream of people coming in just for the ghosts. So what hotel am I talking about in Oregon? Well, this hotel is the Oregon Caves Chateau. Never heard of it, but now I want to stay in it. It has a very tragic story as to why it's haunted, and especially in room 310, where this tragic event happened. So as the story goes, there was a bride and groom on their honeymoon, and they booked room 310, and this was in the 1930s. During the night, the husband left and he didn't return, and the bride, her name was Elizabeth, she found him not being faithful, so she leaped to her death, or she was pushed from the window. What is up with people jumping out of windows at these old hotels or being pushed? This reminds me of 1790. I have investigated that hotel or that inn in Savannah, Georgia twice now, so definitely check it out. I will leave it. It's for Brittany 44 Sphere. I think both episodes were there. One was last year in 2020, and then the first time I investigated was 2019. Yeah, so definitely check those out. But the question is, was this bride really pushed? Or did she really leap to her death? So over the years, there have been many couples that have stayed in this room and have reported some really crazy paranormal activity, such as the sounds of somebody or two people walking into the room, and it's very loud, they hear footsteps, just a presence coming in. And you know, when you're sleeping or something, like, you don't want to hear somebody coming into your room, like, what the heck, that's really creepy. But then you wake up and nobody's there, but you heard them come in. The furniture in the room will be rearranged. Sometimes when whoever's staying in that room will leave to go to dinner or whatever, they will leave and they'll come back and all of their stuff is packed back into their luggage. Like, what the heck? That happens at so many haunted hotels. Like, you hear about people saying they leave, they come back, and they didn't unpack their luggage, but when they come back, everything's unpacked. But this time, it's packed back into their luggage. So, I mean, I'd be like, thanks! Thank you! It saves me time, but I guess if you're checking in, you kind of want to unpack everything, so that would be annoying. But say it was like the day you have to leave, and then the spirit packed it for you. I'd be living. So who's haunting room 310? Well, they say it's the story of the bride. Her name is Elizabeth. So they believe that she's haunting the room and she doesn't want anybody staying there. She wants her presence to be known. But it's also interesting because they say that there's actually no records of anybody dying at this hotel, and especially nobody jumping, leaping out of a window or being pushed out of a window to their death. So if that's not it, then who the heck is in this room? Now, there's this story of a woman who checked into this hotel. She was on a road trip or something, and she just needed to find a place to sleep overnight so she could wake up early and then continue on the road. So when she checked in, she had no idea that this was a haunted hotel. She never heard about the bride or groom or what people experience, and she was actually given the room 310. So she of course was helped by the bellhop, and he brought her up to her room, and as soon as he opened up the door, she was greeted with this like hot, extremely burning feeling of hot air just like blasted in her face. She described this hot air as very dreadful, depressing, and when it hit her like that, like she said it smelled very evil. Like it just had this evil vibe to it, and she was freaked out. And it was so hot that she felt as if she was going to faint. Like she needed to get out of that room. It was just too much for her to handle. Now the bellhop, he did not feel this hot air, what this woman was feeling, this dreadful, depressing feeling. He just didn't feel it. Maybe he's used to it because he knows that that hotel is haunted. I don't know. But he didn't feel it. So he was trying to make her as comfortable as possible. It was just getting too much for this woman, and she claims that she heard a voice whisper in her ear telling her to go to the window, throw yourself out the window, kill yourself. Like, that's messed up. And also this happened when the bellhop left, so she was in bed and hearing this voice whisper to her, telling her to go to the window and to throw herself out the window. As she was hearing this voice, she could not resist the urge. She knew that she couldn't do this. Like, what in the heck? What is going on here? But it was almost as if she couldn't control her body. Some energy was pulling her towards the window to jump to her death. And she knew that as she's making her way towards the window, she's going to die. She's not just going to fall gracefully. She's gonna be pushed out the window, and this energy in this room is making her do it, but she can't stop it. But luckily, she had the strength to hold on to stop herself and get out of the room. It took a lot, but she got out of there. She was just like, what the heck? Like, I'm not dying in this hotel. So as soon as she got out of the room, she ran down to the lobby. She was screaming at the staff members, being like, I am getting out of here. I cannot stay here. I'm leaving. She explained to the staff that if she stayed overnight, she is certain that she would be dead by the morning, because this force was whispering in her ear and pulling her to the window, pushing her to the window, and she had no control. So she just built up that strength, I guess because she was so scared, and she luckily got out of there. I mean, that is so creepy. Imagine hearing voices like that, and it's telling you to do something, and you have no control over your body, and you are being pushed towards the window knowing that you are going to jump out and probably fall to your death. That is like the creepiest thing I've ever heard. I don't know what it is about these bride stories, ghost brides. I think ghost brides are so creepy. I should have worn my veil. Whatever. You guys know how I like to dress up, but ghost brides freak me out so much. But I don't know why this ghost bride would all of a sudden turn evil. As the story goes, she caught her newly husband cheating on her, which then made her either jump out the window, killing herself, or she was pushed. It reminds me of, like I mentioned earlier, my investigation at the 1790 Inn, when a young girl named Anna, she was either pushed out the window, or she jumped. So I don't know, what is up with that in haunted hotels? Like people getting pushed or jumping to their death. But in my investigation, the second time I went, Anna said she was pushed. So that was interesting. She communicated with Jonathan and I with the Paranormal Music Box, answering that question. So I thought that was really interesting. But in room 310 at this hotel, where did this evil energy come from? Like, is she mad? Is the ghost bride mad at other women staying in the room? You know what I mean? It's just really weird, but I don't know. I just thought this story was really creepy. So of course, you guys know I always gotta share creepy stories, obviously. So let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you rock my world in the song lyrics Michael Jackson. I gotta do my hashtags with one hand because I can't even. I'm turning into stone on this side of my body. Hashtag team Britty44, hashtag Burrito Runs, hey! And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.